What's up, YouTube? Your boy Dave in the Cave back with a New York City Comic Con 2019 recap. Up next. What's up, guys? Your boy Dave in the Cave back once again with another video. Just really gonna recap my New York City Comic Con experience and all of the different things that I got to experience over the course of of the weekend, and lots of subjects to cover, lots of topics to talk about. So yeah, I mean, guys, let's just jump right into it. I mean, I think for me, the biggest thing that really came out of this con was really starting to see the Instagram community come together in such a grand space. And by that meaning putting IG handles to names to faces, getting a chance to again, introduce yourself in person, to the people that you're speaking to, digitally, almost on a day-to-day basis. So for me, I mean, that was probably, one of, the biggest positives to really pull out of this weekend. So, of course, shout out to my partner in crime, Nemesis Prime, who, stuck stuck with me in a lot of different situations. I'm sure he would say the same, but it was great to meet a lot of the crew. I mean, very Gary, again, met him on a few different occasions at different shows, but it's always nice to see see him in person. Said he had a good show. I hope he was able to finish out strong, as far as Sunday was concerned. So Chris, Boomerangos, BK Books and Beers, Comic Dave, certainly shout out to you guys. It was great, bumping into you, and really, again, getting a chance to, certainly, put a face to, to an IG handle name. But no, I mean, again, guys, I would love to hear about, your con experiences, whether it's a link to your own video, whether it's, down below in the comments. Definitely would love to hear, how your show went. And, we can definitely chop it up there. But I mean, for me, I mean, again, aside from that, I mean, this year really did feel like a grind, and it really was a grind. And a lot of it was, certainly through self-admission, self-inflicted in a lot of different ways. I think any time that you're bringing, 20, 30 books to, get signatures and witnesses, and really going through, the entire grading process, anything relating back to that is certainly a grind. And, whether that's literally walking across Artist Alley, whether that's walking across the entire floor up on the main floor, it's not like things are close, and I think that's honestly done on purpose. But again, it was great to really see all the different things that were happening across the con. Was able to pick up a few things here and there. I mean, I'll be honest in saying that this year I did not go crazy buying things. It was really solely focused in on, submitting, getting my signatures witnessed, picking up a couple sketches, and, again, just clicking with the community. I think for me, CGC this year was tough. It was real tough. I think the new process that they have in place probably isn't the best. The virtual queue itself is a great idea in theory when things are really firing on all cylinders. But again, I mean, for me, I mean, waiting in line for a witness for almost 2 hours, and then having to go check in and really try and close out, and that almost taking another hour and a half or 2 hours. I mean, granted, it's great that I'm able to still walk around the con and do other things, but at the end of the day, I mean, I want to get these books out of my possession. I don't want to carry them around in the bank deposit bag anymore. I don't want them knocking around in a portfolio box in my backpack, where you're having thousands of people bump into you, every waking moment. So for me, that that was really tough. I'm hoping I'm really hoping that, again, if things change, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for, they change for the better. I don't know if they're going to fine tune the system that they have in place right now, but, certainly more to come on that. So, with that being said, guys, let me show you. Oh, and again, just to I guess show it off. I have 4 separate invoices, which is annoying. So you could actually see them here. There you go. Awesome stuff. See in December. I mean, I have no idea at this point. One other thing that I want to mention, and hey, I may catch a little flack for this, but it's worth it at least in my mind. Man, this facilitator thing, and again, I think Nemesis Prime, will certainly have his say on it too. Is it's tough. It's real tough. I mean, you're going to these cons, and at least for me, again, you're going to get meet these artists, talk to them a little bit, certainly get a signature, and really being able to, again, have that book graded and and really added to your personal collection. I mean, that's for me. I mean, that's why I do it. I want to lock in condition. If I'm able to get a signature on a great book, amazing. I mean, my first instinct really isn't to sell. So, these facilitators kind of pushing their way, and I don't want to say pushing their way, but they're really more ingrained in the process right now. And we're not talking about $10 a book. I mean, we're talking $25, $30 a book just for them to do the work, when literally I have the grading company behind me. I probably had a witness right next to me, and where is the where's the gusto there, and in me being super excited to to pay that extra price when I can literally do your job for you for less money. So I mean, it's tough. I mean, for me, I mean, it kind of turned me off on a couple artists, and I know it's not the artist doing, but man, I mean, there were definitely some books that I was gonna bring that I didn't bring because I know there were going to be facilitator fees, and those add up quick. I mean, we had to facilitate 5 books as it is, and again, you're literally paying double, whether it's the $25 signature fee, whether that's the $25 facilitation fee. It adds up over the course of time, and I think the people who feel that maybe the most are the artists, because it's discouraging, and it kind of pushes people off. But I'll leave somebody else to kind of talk about that. I mean, again, that's just my personal opinion, but I'll get off my soapbox now, guys. So let's check out some of the books I scooped up. Again, it wasn't a lot. Just to jump into it. So the first 3, so they're actually DC foils. So I have Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy #1. This is the connecting cover of Harley Quinn. As you can see, it's a foil. It's awesome. And then I also, of course, I have the matching cover with Poison Ivy. These are really, really awesome. Debated on having these signed by Artgerm. I had 9 books, as you saw in the previous video on 3 Men in a Basement. I figured that was enough. And finally was the Catwoman 15. This was a foil. This thing is amazing. Really excited to ultimately add these into the collection. So I have 4 other books to show off. So I actually had a sketch done by Jose Variz. You'll actually see a picture of it here on my wrap up. So I actually put together a slideshow for you guys to take a peek at, and he actually included these 2 books in with the commission overall. So first one you have here is a Vampirella book. He actually signed this for me. And the second one is actually a Red Sonja book. So they're actually both version covers. Super excited to have these, add them into the collection. And again, I mean, it's Jose's own art. It was a store exclusive or a con exclusive. Actually, both of them were. And, again, anytime I get to support an artist I love, I'm more than happy to do it. So finishing up, guys, I have 2 books, and they actually are Art Germ books. They're actually Art Germ collectible books. So I actually follow Art Germ Collectibles on Instagram, and on midday Sunday, I think it was, I got an alert, through my phone that Art Germ Collectibles had posted. So opened it up, checked it out, and it was a contest. So it was actually the one of the first people to come over to the table and pick up. It was actually 3 different sets of books. You would actually win an Art Germ Collectibles hat that they're actually never, or at least what they said, they're never going to actually release them to the public. So I took that as an opportunity to go pick up books that I was already looking at picking up. So these are actually Art Germ collectible exclusives. So you have the silver foil here, and then you also have, actually, excuse me, this is the silver foil. This was the exclusive, and this was the regular foil on the website. So you'll actually see a pic in the slideshow of their post of me, but actually check out the hat, guys. It's actually really nice. So you could see the Art Germ Collectibles logo right there. It's actually a new era hat, 3930, and on the back you have Art Germ Collectibles right there. So I would have had this signed by Art Germ, but of course, when I walked over to the booth to claim my winnings, so to speak, he was actually on his lunch break. So, what are you gonna do? But something cool. Again, not many people have an Art Germ hat. I'm glad I do. It's not like I'm ever gonna wear it, but still something cool to kind of talk about and have in the personal collection. So that's my books, guys. Again, just one last view of the infamous list. There it is. Got every book in. I actually added one, which brought my total up to 28 books. Actually was able to pick up 2 of my sketches. I actually have the 3rd actually being completed this week, so I'm really excited to ultimately show that off. You'll actually see the rough pencils in the slideshow that I'm going to put at the end of this video, and again, you'll also see my Amazing Spider-Man 700 book that I was able to add 14 signatures to. Man, I am running out of real estate on that thing, but it's really a cool sight to see. You'll see, again, you guys will see it in the slideshow. So all in, great New York Comic Con. Again, a grind. Honestly thinking about skipping next year, just in focusing in on maybe a Terrificon or a Baltimore, and really just kind of going from there. Let's see how the rest of the year goes. But guys, I'm actually going to close this video out right here. Stay tuned for the slideshow, and this is your boy, officially Dave in the Cave, signing out. Peace.